Hello fellow internet addicts, my name is the NoLifer and welcome to my new YouTube channel. With this being my first video that I'm doing and that's going to be up on my YouTube channel, before we get started with this video I thought I'd let you guys know exactly what's going to be on my YouTube channel and maybe some of the content that you're going to be seeing. Mainly this channel is going to be games, me playing games. I play games like Wizard101, like what I'm playing right now. I play League of Legends, I play Minecraft, I play WoW if I get the game time, or when I have the money to get the game time. And there's a few other games that I play every once in a while, but those are the main games that I play and that will be up on my YouTube channel. If you guys have any suggestions on a game you want me to play, or you want to see me play, go ahead and send me a message or leave a comment. I'll go ahead and read your guys' comments and see if I can't get some of those videos up for you guys of the games that you suggested. Other than that, this video today I'm just going to be playing Wizard101, talking about it. I have my brother here. He's the Alan Frostleaf character you see running around me. He's going to be joining me in this video today. Go ahead and say hi. Hi. I don't know if you can hear him or not. I have my personal headset on, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and run around and maybe do this quest that I have down in my quest bar right here. My next video, I'll tell you guys about what you're gonna see in my next video too. I already have that planned out. I'm gonna be doing a gold making guide, and that's going to be for pretty much all levels. I'm level 24 right now, and I think I have a pretty decent amount of gold for my level. I have 118,000, and then I also have a house and a few items in it, which costs about 15,000 for the house, and then I bought a few items from the house merchant. And other than that, I don't really have too much. I haven't bought any pets or anything like that. I'm actually saving up for a mount as of right now, a permanent one for gold. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this video. Me and my brother are gonna run over to the hall, or we're gonna defeat hall servants over in the Hall of Champions. I have to defeat 12 of them. I don't know how many he has to defeat. How many do you have to defeat?
I have 10 more.
He has 10 more to go, so we're gonna run around and kill some of these hall servants. And then while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about what Wizards101 is, if you guys haven't ever played it. It is more geared towards a younger audience, more or less. You'll find a lot more between the ages of probably 12 and 15 on here than you will on something like World of Warcraft, where you'd find people 15 and over. But I find it a very fun game. So this is how the battle works. It's a turn-based kind of attack game. I think it's very well made, actually. It uses cards. You get different spells in the form of cards when you level up and stuff, and you can use those in battle. How many you can have in your deck depends on the type of deck that you have. When you start out, you get a deck where you have a max of 3 copies of any spell. Once you hit level 20, right?
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, once you hit level 20, you can get a deck that can hold up to 4 spells, and I think at level 18, Death gets a deck where it can hold up to 4 death spells. There are 7 different wizards in this game, I believe, 7 different types of wizards you can be. I'm currently a death wizard. I use a lot of spells that are like vampires, ghouls that come out of the grave. I use poison, stuff like that. A few of my spells also do damage and then give me life. And that's pretty much how you play a Death Wizard. And then on top of having whatever wizard you are, you also get a few training points every couple of levels that you can spend on a different life school or a different wizard school, such as I'm Death, but I also have, as you can see here, a couple life spells, and that's because I've actually spec'd into being a life wizard as well. My brother, Alan Frostleaf, he is a balanced wizard, and Landon, what did you put your other points in?
Kind of a mix. I have some Death, mostly Death,
So he has mostly death as his second wizard. So a lot of his training points are in death. So he has the ghoul as well, like I do. Right here, this is one of the main spells that I use at my level. It's the vampire. And what it's going to do is it's going to do damage, and then it's also going to give me some health. But I'm full on health, so it's not going to make any difference. And there we go. And if you die in this game, there's honestly not a big penalty to it. To be completely honest with you, you just go back to the starting area. If you're in Krakatopia, you go back to a place called the Oasis, and if you're in Wizard City, you go back to Wizard City, and you just have to get your health and your mana back, and it's not too big of a deal. And honestly, you don't die that much. If you are the right level for the area that you're going to be in, you shouldn't be dying too much unless you're facing really big bosses, and when that happens, me and my brother usually team up and we kill them pretty easily, so... Game's not a really too difficult game, but it's still fun to play. There is a PvP aspect to it, actually. I might show in one of the videos once I get a higher level. PvP is pretty fun. You can do 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s, or 4v4s. And the balancing in it is kind of weird. I wouldn't say it's bad balancing, but you can have a level 40 wizard on both teams and then level 18 wizards on both teams, which can get kind of hectic because level 40s can take out level 18s in no time, but other than that, the PvP is pretty balanced. Did you spec into lightning too?
No, that's my one spell.
Oh, okay. So you also can get spells. I didn't mention this. You can also get spells from your wands, your boots, your cloak, your hat, stuff like that. If you buy a certain item, it gives you a spell. So you can see wizards like me that are death, and I could have death spells, life spells, lightning spells, storm spells is what it's called actually. I could have storm spells, mist spells, all that kind of stuff, just because I have gear that gives it to me. That's one of the main spells that my brother uses at his level. The death wizards don't get a lot of multi-target spells. Multi-target spells are where it damages more than one enemy with one spell. My brother has one spell that does that?
Yeah, it's called Sandstorm. It does 200 to 300 damage.
Yeah, he has something called Sandstorm. It does 200 300 damage to all the enemies, which is pretty good if you're facing, because when you get into areas like this, you can be facing up to 3 enemies for 2 people or 2 enemies for 1 person, depending on how many people are in your battle. So having those multi-cast spells are pretty good. We're just going to jump into another battle here. We've got 9 more to go. We've only killed 3 of them. Alright. My strategy for because you create your deck, you put the cards you want into your deck. My strategy is mainly these traps and stuff. I put these traps on the enemy, and then I use my vampire and my poison a lot, is what my deck's kind of centered around. So, my wand gives me 2 pips to start with instead of 1. And pips are how you cast spells in this game. Every card has its own pip count, how many pips it costs. So if you take a look here, this card right here that does plus 20 damage for my next spell, or the next spell that's cast on the enemy, that costs 0 pips. So that means I can cast that at any time without using one of the white pips that you see down here at the bottom. And those spells like that are good to have in your deck, to where you can actually do something, because there's points where you don't have any pips, and if you don't have any 0 cost spells, you won't be able to cast anything. You'll just have to pass. My poison, I believe, costs 4 pips. I can check that here in a second. My vampire costs 4 pips. So yeah, my vampire costs 4 pips. So I kind of have to save up pips. You have to set up your attacks by placing these shields on the enemies and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put my poison on this last enemy here, this last Hall Servant. And then once I cast that on him, I'm not going to have to worry about him anymore, because it does damage over 3 rounds, and the damage is well over enough to kill him. So now me and my brother can focus on these 2 Hall Servants right here. When building, if you're going to be playing Wizards101 and you want some advice on building your deck, I would recommend for normal PvE, which is playing against the NPCs, I would recommend picking a couple low mana cost cards, or low pip cost cards, and maybe 1 or 2 high pip cost cards, and only putting 2 or 3 of them in your deck, because the most you'll be facing at any point is 3 enemies, and you'll probably have somebody else with you at that point too. So it's pointless to have 4 of the cards in your deck that are all the same, because you're not going to have to take out 4 enemies with the same card. So I would try and balance your deck out between having enough spell cards that do damage to take out the enemies that you will be facing, and also having enough defense, healing spells, stuff like that. In my deck currently I have, let me think, I have 2 fairies which heal for 400. I have another 2 fairies which heal over time, which is this one heals over time. This one is an instant 400 heal, and I have 2 of each of these in my deck. And then I also have this, which is a death spell. This spell takes away 250 of my life to give 700 life to anybody else. So I could take 250 of my life away from me and give 700 to my brother, or I could take 200 away from me and give 700 to myself. So it's essentially a, what would that be? A 450 heal for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. And then also, one thing that's bad about that sacrifice though is that if you see I have a Death Blade above me, which increases the amount of damage that I do. If I cast that on if I cast my sacrifice on myself, since it is damage, it will actually use that death shield that you've seen above me and do more damage to me. So with spells like that, you gotta kind of be careful, because it can do more harm than good if you have too many death blades or cards that do increased damage. Alright, so we're just gonna run into another battle here. Seems like he's already in one, so I'm gonna run over here and get into this battle. When you first start out, you start out in Wizard City. One of the first places you're gonna see is a Unicorn Way, and how that kind of works is, if you noticed when he got into this battle, these 2 guys instantly ran into the battle, even though there was one of him. When you first start out, it's not like that. There can only be 1 enemy per player in the battle currently, and as you can see, another one just ran in because there's 2 of us. So the further you get into the game, the more enemies there can be, and so that kind of increases the difficulty, but there can never be more than 4. Because every single point in the game has these same 8 circles, and there can only be 4 allies, and then 4 NPCs or 4 enemies if you're in the battlegrounds. So the most you can have is 4v4. I think it'd be kind of cool if they added some special circumstance or made larger circles to where we could have like 6v6 or something, but it's not a big deal, it's an idea. I think it'd be cool. I'm gonna throw my poison. Are you attacking? Which guy are you attacking?
I'll take the second one, I guess.
We'll take the second one? Alright, I'm gonna throw my poison on this last guy here. And just get rid of him. And then once I throw the poison on him, I'll take out the first guy. Yeah, and like I said before, my next video is going to be a gold making guide. Nothing too special, just how I make gold. Past that, I don't have any plans for any videos, so if you want to leave a comment, if you want me to do something Wizards101, you want to see me go to a certain area and do something like that, I'll go ahead and do that. If you want to see a different game, go ahead and mention it in the comments, and I'll see if I can make a video for it. If anything, my next couple videos might be Wizards101 and League of Legends, because those are the main games that I do play. So for the next couple videos, that might be what you're seeing. I'm gonna go ahead and... So I don't have any cards that I can cast that do any damage, so I'm just gonna go ahead and heal myself. Oh, I guess I could have healed him, since he's taking a lot of damage.
I already have a heal over time on me.
Oh, you have a heal over time?
Yeah, I have my helping hand.
Oh, is that what that dark one is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it does that. Every once in a while there's like a... I don't know if it's just on my computer. Is it dark on your computer too?
No, I can see it on yours though.
Maybe it's just a graphical glitch on my computer, but that's actually that spinning thing right there that you see. It's the same thing I have right here. Only his is black for some reason. Must be a graphical glitch, but that heals over time like I said before. They're pretty helpful.
I can put a heal over time on you.
I think I'm gonna be good on health. Like I already have my heal over time on me. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit this guy with my wand spell. And then a lot of wands also, this spell that you're gonna see me cast doesn't do that much damage, but it costs 0 pips to cast. And most wands, I think every wand, I haven't seen a wand that doesn't give you those cards, but every wand gives you a couple cards that cost 0 pips that do damage. My wand, my spell cards that I get from my wand do 80 damage. How much does yours do?
Mine can do 80 depending on what I have on.
So yeah, his do 80 too.
There's ones that do like 120 the higher level you get, like
Yeah.
90.
Yeah, the higher level, the more damage they do. I think you start out with them doing 40?
45, 40.
45, 40, somewhere around there is the first one you get. I only have 4. I only get 4 of those cards from my wand. Most of them give you 6 to 7 of the cards though. But the reason that mine gives me less is because I also get that extra pip at the beginning of the game, or at the beginning of the match, to use. So it gives me less cards, but I also get an extra pip, so that's pretty good. My brother's wand is a storm wand, that's why it just did lightning damage. My wand is a death wand, so I will do death damage, but I'm not going to get an attack because he already killed it. So yeah, I think that's going to be a good place to stop in this video. So, all you fellow internet junkies out there, if you want more videos or you want a certain kind of video on a certain kind of game, go ahead and comment and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks.